Hi everyone. So today I'm doing this book review I Didn't Know Then I Learned by Zohra Ali and illustrated by Nadia Mohammed or Nadia Mahmood, sorry. So Zohra Ali's this book on I Didn't Know Then I Learned is a heartwarming picture book that beautifully captures the emotional and developmental journey of young child named Zoe. So this is Zoe, the main character of the story. With engaging illustration and relatable story, this book gently walks children through moments of challenge, learning, and growth, making it ideal resource for nurturing socio-emotional learning in early years. You can see how beautifully designed these illustrations are. Now, how this book aligns with SEL is something that actually attracted me with this book. So you see, like every page of this book reflects a child's inner world, his frustration, hesitations, reflection, and triumphs, all of these things. And these are not just childhood moments, but they are foundational opportunities to build SEL competencies. Now, what are SEL competencies? It's about self awareness, emotional regulation, empathy, responsible decision making. All of this is just sort of covered in this book. The structure of the story, along with the caregiver tips at the end, really encourage both young children and their parents and caregivers not only to reflect, feeling, get sense of self-awareness, but also in the effort and the approach of teaching resilience to young children. This book is a great example. I mean, I would say this is a master class for teaching resilience and socio emotional learning to your young children. If you are a parent, you are a caregiver, I must recommend this book for you, because it is a great way that I'll just give you one example. So see, he was trying to understand that there are things that he cannot do as a young child, but as he was growing up, he was doing different things and he was learning. So you see, like, this is the whole journey, and that's how the journey starts. He remembers that when he was young, what are the things he was not able to do, and then he gradually learned. So I'll just give you one example. When I was a baby, I didn't know how to smile. Then I watched my parents laughing and enjoying all the while. I gave it a try, practicing it in mirror, and little by little I learned to smile bright and clearer. So you see, there's a lot of like rhyming words as well, really good vocabulary. Through this, you're teaching children that how they can build resilience, how they don't know a lot of things initially, but as they practice, they would learn, they would grow. Another very interesting example, let's read through. Deep goes Zoe into his memory, sees his pictures, recalls another story. I didn't know how to sip with a straw. I only knew how to lick. Then I watched everyone slurping, and it seemed like a trick. I gave it a try, blew bubbles with a thrill, and little by little I learned to sip with a thrill. Such a nice thing, you see. So now also as caregivers, we need to understand that SEL, social emotional learning, is a thing these days. We focus too much on academics, we focus too much on curriculum, but these skills are such good life skills that we need to give it to all our children. Social emotional learning is about self awareness, about self management, about social awareness, about relationship skills, responsible decision making, and all of this is, you can see, well captured in this book. Zoe's expresses his emotions, clearly. He shows excitement when he begins to build a new things. He also talks about self-management and resilience instead of being rescued from frustration. Zoe is shown reflecting on his own learning journey, and this also promotes a lot of development of coping strategies, perseverance, and intrinsic motivation. This book is also very good to build social awareness and learning through observation. So you see, every time Zoe is trying to observe the learning, and then he would end up learning. Then I watched my friends moved. Then I watched my friends move and I aimed to get a grip. So, when he was trying to play the football or basketball, he would observe and learn. So, very good social awareness and learning through observation. Also, decision making of trying again and again, strongly and gently also caregivers are also engaged in this story, so it's also building all of it. And the bonus point is that at the end of the story, you could see some very interesting parents and caregivers tips here. You see, all of these tips are mentioned here, and through this, I guess Zara is telling all the parents and caregivers to name children's feeling, let them struggle and try again. This is what is also suggested by neurosciences, that we need to let our children try, we need to let our children be in that moment, learn, adapt, learn through trial and error. This is all so very scientific and purely aligned to neurosciences. And with this, I really recommend this book to every school leader, every caregiver, every teacher. You should definitely have in your classrooms this book. SEL skills are something we can teach best through stories, and this one story is highly recommended. And also, I mean, when I was reading this story, I was also trying to build my resilience, that it's okay, it's okay to not know a lot of things. When I was growing up, I didn't know a lot of things, and then I slowly learned. So this is something I guess highly recommended. This also comes with a very economical cost of 1100, and anybody who would take my name, that I'm taking it from Dr. Shalina Bhamani's reference, so I think you will also get a discount. If you buy it online, it's free delivery. You will have to pay a very minimal amount, and if you want to end up doing a cash on delivery, then you can also use my name and you will be given a discount. Highly recommended, very interesting book, highly recommended. 10 on 10 for this one. Thank you so much. I'm open for any questions. If you have any questions, please feel free to put it down in the comment log. Thank you.